Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am in Texas right now. We are filming a little bit of Sweetwater here at the Hideout Resort, and we're in Brownville, Texas. A really cool area down here. But I had a little bit of time. Figured we would go ahead and do the day one, recap tournament breakdown video for the Toyota series on Guntersville. So I've got all the fish catches queued up here, and figured we'd just go through it and talk about all the different catches. So first off, day one, let's kind of do a little bit of a practice recap. I had 4 days of practice out on Guntersville, which is a lot considering that we only get 2 days of practice on the Pro Circuit. And my main thing that I found during practice was main river grass. Okay, fishing main river grass with either a lipless crankbait or a chatterbait. Chatterbait was definitely, the key lure for me after practice. I caught a couple on a lipless crankbait, but the chatterbait was just getting choked all the way down to the crushers. So that was the main thing as far as the bait selection goes. And most of my areas were on the main river. But the final day of practice, things ended up changing quite a bit. The water started to drop, and my main river stuff was toast. I mean, I didn't get a single bite until around 1 o'clock that final day of practice. So I knew that I needed to find something different. I needed to have an area that was somewhat insulated from, the fluctuations in water level and also water clarity too, because we had a lot of rain, and I figured, we would end up getting some mud on that main river at some point. So I wanted to make sure that I found something a little bit away from the main river, something that wouldn't be as affected with the changing conditions. So I ended up finding an area, within the last couple hours of practice, caught like a 4.5 and a couple threes. And so that ended up being my primary, my plan A for the first day, considering that it was, low water conditions. But we'll talk a little bit more about that as we kind of go into things. But I was going into this tournament, I had mixed expectations, because I had only caught 3+ pounders during practice, but I was only getting a handful of bites a day. So I wasn't sure if I'd even catch a limit any of the days of the tournament. But I did have a pretty good feeling about the area that what was the plan B during practice. I had a pretty good feel about it. I thought that I had great opportunity to catch some good fish there and probably catch a limit. And so going into this day, I was pretty stoked on it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start looking at these fish catches. All right, let's play. All right, so here we are. This is the starting area for me. Essentially what we had this grass line that was inside this bay here, this eelgrass line. I could easily see it on my 360, and it was just a real sharp edge of grass, which was really key. And you can see I was hooked up here for my first fish. I remember being pretty amped up when I hooked this first fish, because again, I wasn't sure if I'd even catch a single keeper. This ended up being one of my smaller fish. But anyways, getting back to this grass edge. So it had, a very defined edge of grass. It wasn't like a big, large flat that you had to cover to find the sweet spot. And here's my second fish of the day. This one came right on the edge of the grass. This turned out to be one of the bigger fish of the day. And the bait that I was using today, or this day, I was using a 3/8 ounce jackhammer chatterbait in Heights Hot Craw with a Razor Shads trailer, a Fire Craw Razor Shads trailer. Check this fish out.
Another one for the jack.
Beauty. Beautiful fish.
All right, there's 4.5.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime, anytime.
That's number 2.
Number 2.
All right, so this is a slightly different area. This was within eyesight of that first stretch that I fished. This was a spot that I caught 1 fish in practice and just had a good feeling about it. So I bounced over there after I fished some other primary stretches and were hooked up. This area, as you're gonna see, was actually, it turned out to be a pretty killer spot for me that first day.
Felt bigger. Felt bigger.
Again, man, these fish were choking that jackhammer chatterbait like crazy. I mean, it was just so hard to unhook them. They were just choking it all the way to the crushers. So big key, you could see I was, kind of struggling to get that bait through the grass. Using a 7.3 medium heavy Versa series from Fitzgerald, that's what I thought was a really big key, having that faster action. And I was using 20-pound Seagar Tatsu. Another good fish.
Yes. Yes. He looked bigger than that, didn't he? He did when he come up, did he not? He did look bigger than that when he come up. All right.
The 360 from Humminbird was a really, really big key for, finding the right areas of grass. That was a big deal all throughout the tournament. Oh man, this fish was cool because you could see it bit right by the boat, but I actually paused it and watched that fish come from inside the grass to just eat it right next to the boat. It was pretty surreal. I was like, did that really just happen?
3 pounds. You got 2 here. You got 2 out of here. 3. You got it?
And at this point in the day, I really started thinking about, not beating up on these fish. Obviously now I'm starting to cull. Really didn't want to just keep catching, decent fish and not have anything left for the subsequent days. So I think it was this fish. This is when I decided to go ahead and leave. Actually, no, this fish is this next one here. Didn't want to just keep on, beating up the area. So I just needed one more good call before I felt comfortable leaving.
It doesn't bother me. We're gonna leave pretty quick here. There he is. Never mind. Yep. That's a big one.
Up again.
Yep, that's a good one. That'll get rid of
All 3 days of the tournament, my co-anglers were really good at getting the net. I really appreciate them. I just had a good time with all 3 anglers that I fished with. Just all great guys.
Giants, and I don't want to wear them. Yeah.
All right, so
We need all the limit areas.
this is when I decided, all right, we need to stop beating up on these fish and go somewhere else. And this was actually the last 20 minutes of the day. Totally new area, never caught anything here during practice, but it seemed pretty good. We just started getting into the good grass here. Man, you guys reeling in fast. Oh man, I remember this bite. That fish was strong. Oh my goodness, it was strong. Nice.
There we go. Another 4. It's about time. About time. Thank you, sir. All right.
What a key fish here.
Not quite full. That's a good call.
Man, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. The end of the day, and you catch a big fish like that. You know, it was a 4+ pounder. I think I had 3 fish over 4, and then some other solid fish that first day, and that compiled my limit. I ended up bringing in 1811. I think I was like 15th place, or no, I was in 22nd place, I think, after the first day with 1811. So guys caught them pretty good. But that's how I caught them. I caught them all on that one chatterbait rig. That first day it was all 3/8 ounce because the water was down. You know, it didn't take much weight to get that chatterbait to you know, kind of dig into the grass a little bit. And so 3/8 ounce, that was the deal. And man, that Plan B area that you saw me catch most of my fish, that was a huge key. If I didn't, you know, pivot and find that area during practice, I probably really would have struggled in this tournament right from the get-go. But so that was day one. If you guys have any comments or questions, of course, you know, comment below, and make sure you like, share, subscribe. And we're also going to be doing the days 2 and 3, same format. I'm going to go through them and watch these fish catches with you. And hopefully you like this format of tournament recaps. But anyways, guys, thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see you out on the water. Take care.